Final score at Meadow Lane, it's finished Notts County 3, Altrincham 0. Phil Parkinson, the Altrincham manager, joins us. Phil, it's a very difficult place to come. We know what a good side Notts County are, a very good footballing side as well. But we've come here this afternoon, and we didn't have a huge number of selection options, which was always going to make it exceptionally and particularly difficult.
Yeah, we were bare bones, particularly from an offensive point of view. Injuries, obviously the bank holiday weekend's taken quite a lot out of a few of the players, and other commitments that lads have in a part-time environment that we can't sort of hold them back on at times. So yeah, it was really difficult. But one thing I'd like to certainly take from the afternoon is the lads' effort and endeavour was certainly there. For 3-0 flattered Notts County to a degree. I don't think it was a 3-0 game. I know we had to defend, but you're going to defend when you come to a place like this. I felt we did enough to keep the scoreline further down than that. But listen, Notts County are a far superior team to us at this moment in time. Even if we come here full strength, it's always a difficult place for us to come, particularly being in a sort of part-time model. These are, I mean, you just look round, it's a championship setup. The squad Ian's got to pick from is top drawer. I mean, they have a similar idea of how they want to play to ourselves, but they're doing it at a different level to what we're able to function at the moment. So you've got to give them full credit because they did a professional job on us. Didn't get impatient in the first half when they could have done. And again, the bit that we told our players at half-time not to do, we ended up doing in terms of whether it was a penalty or not. The lad diving, the lads are adamant he's dived, but he's earned them a penalty because of poor play by ourselves. We shouldn't have put ourselves in that position. And then again, second goal, a poor decision in the middle of the park where we lose possession, and then a touch of quality for the third, and showing all the attributes that they need to sort of go on and kick on and potentially get promoted out of this division. But we've come up against a very good team today.
And because of the way that Notts County play, we set up in a similar fashion to the way we set up in the FA Trophy game, which was different for us. In some ways, their DNA is quite similar to ours.
That's what I just said, isn't it? They set up very similar to ourselves. I'd like to think even though we had the extra centre half on today, we were still trying to play. It certainly wasn't backs against the wall stuff. We were certainly trying to stick to our beliefs and what we want to do, but I just felt we were trying to be a little bit more difficult to beat in terms of with the lack of attacking threat that we had today. We knew there'd be moments where we would have to defend our box and they would have more overloads than us. And I felt we dealt with that really well. And as I said, as you have to ride your luck at times. But I felt we had a few sighters at goal, not loads, but we did enough to maybe think that we could nick something today, and that's what it would have been. Unfortunately, we just couldn't hold out in that second half, and you couldn't start a half worse than what we did. So when you start games like that, be it at the start of the game or the start of the second half, that's what happens when you come to a place like this. We weren't able to recover from that.
So disappointing afternoon in Nottingham, but it's been a very exciting week for the football club, with probably the most momentous decision the football club's ever made in its history in terms of going full time. And there's a real buzz about Altrincham Football Club just at the moment.
Oh yeah, I mean, flipping the switch to go full time gives us an opportunity to bridge gaps. But the realism of it is we still come to a place like this, and the budget, I mean, 6,000 people is at an average gate for these. You're just looking at the gulf in class and what they have to work with, but it'll help us bridge the gap. We weren't miles away in the first half. We didn't help ourselves in the second half. And remember, we're a depleted team today. To say we weren't miles away, I mean, we've beat these at our place. We've took them really close in the trophy, and then for me, as I said, it wasn't a 3-0 game. They were the dominant team, particularly in the second half, but we just ran out of steam with lads who haven't been playing much over the last couple of weeks. If we come here full strength in a full-time model, then maybe it's a different picture. But at the moment, that's where we are, and that's what we're trying to improve on. There's no point in standing still. You've got to keep moving forward in this game, because if you don't, you go back, and back for Altrincham, unfortunately, equals relegation, and that's certainly what we're trying to achieve. We're trying to go up, not down.
And a long trip now on Tuesday night for our final away game of the season. Bromley away is always a long, difficult trip to go on a Saturday, but on a Tuesday night, an exceptionally difficult one.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy, is it? And we have got lots of players missing. Maybe get some back for that, you don't know. But it's a very difficult time for us, because lads know that they're not going to be here anymore. They'll always give us 100%, but it's really difficult during that period of time to stay as motivated as you possibly can be. But these lads are a special group. I know they'll go right to the bitter end, and like I said, going into the last couple of games, we'll certainly be looking to pay back some of those loyal servants who deserve their moments on the pitch before they leave to go somewhere else. But as I said, I won't be reckless with it. It'll only be the ones who I fully believe can go on that pitch and do us a job, which for 5 years since I've been here, they've never let me down.
And it does feel very much like the end of an era, clearly with the decision to go full time, which changes the whole everything about the football club. But you've been here 5 seasons, and a lot of the players that form the heart of the team have been here for either all or most of that time. So it's a key moment in the club's history.
Yeah, well, teams have to evolve, and we've probably got a number of players who are coming to the end of the time at this level of football anyway. And so the decision to go full-time probably makes that a slightly easier transition, where it probably would have been a lot more difficult to have some conversations with players who were coming to the end. But there's a lot of them who would have fought tooth and nail not to have that conversation. And this is what I'm saying to you, they're a great group, but I'd like to think in this season we've sort of built the nucleus of the next good group that we can have here. Now, whether we can get these players over the line is another matter, because when they've done well at this level, they're attractive propositions to other competitors. It's whether our lads want to move down south and set up somewhere else, because it's a southern-based league pretty much. So for me, we're trying to facilitate a model of football where these players, this core of players that we tried to build this season and add to, can actually come to places like this and believe that they can win. Not just hope that we get something, hope that they have an off day, we have a good day. I think we can impose ourselves in a full-time model, but again, we've got to get all these players to believe that as well. And that's my next big challenge. And if I can't get this current group to do that, then there'll be a new group here and we'll start again. And we did it all them years ago, then 5 years ago, we built a very successful team, and that's certainly what we'll do again.
With us having a game on Tuesday night, that means that Thursday will be the last session for Altrincham Football Club as a part-time football club. So again, another historic moment.
It will, yeah. It's a little bit sad as well, but as excited as I am to move forward, it's sad because, as you said, when you've got a group who's been with you this long, been as successful as they've been as loyal as they've been, then it's always difficult to say goodbye. And in football, it moves on very quickly. You'd like to think that you meet up every week. You don't. You meet up at special occasions. So I'll certainly be savouring every moment that I get with the players, even though they might not feel the same way about myself. I'm sure when they look back in years to come that they will have said what a fantastic time they've had here. I know they've been treated right, and that's one of the big reasons they've stayed here. It's a great club. We looked after them. They've served us well on the pitch. We've given them success and a platform to be able to showcase the talents. It's been win-win, so hopefully we can go again in that full-time model and achieve the same success.